Good morning. I'm David Marit, Minister of Agriculture for Saskatchewan. On behalf of the Premier Scott Moe and the Government of Saskatchewan, welcome to the Indigenous Agriculture Innovation Conference. We have come together today on Treaty 4 territory, which is traditional territory of the Nahea, Cree, Saulteaux, Dakota, Lakota, Nakota, and formerly Blackfoot. We also acknowledge the traditional homeland of the Métis and honor their contributions. The Ministry of Agriculture is very proud to support this conference as a sponsor and help build relationships, identify opportunities, and facilitate agriculture initiatives with Indigenous people in Saskatchewan. In particular, I want to express our appreciation to FHQ Developments for hosting this virtual event. We're especially grateful for the chance to enable conversations about agriculture innovation and the related topics being addressed at this conference. Agriculture in Saskatchewan have always been closely intertwined. The theme of this conference is Knowing Our Roots, Growing Our Future. This captures the importance of some of the core ideas and questions regarding our approach to agriculture and the way we think about it. The focus of this conference is on increasing the participation of Indigenous nations and their citizens in the agriculture industry. To that end, FHQ Developments has brought together both Indigenous and non-Indigenous people to work towards reconciliation in the agriculture industry. One of the topics being explored here is how future technology can increase the participation of Indigenous people in the provincial economy and to have a positive impact on the national economy. Saskatchewan is uniquely positioned to accommodate this kind of expansion in the agriculture sector. We are continually advancing our knowledge and capability in research, innovation, and the technology in this sector. Our efforts are focused on the future of agriculture. It has a key role in the Saskatchewan Growth Plan, our strategy for economic growth for the next 10 years. Its goals are ambitious, and we are on track at achieving them. This spring, several companies announced plans to significantly increase Saskatchewan's canola crush capacity. When these various projects are completed, Saskatchewan will well exceed our goal of processing 75% of the canola grown in this province by 2030. Another one of our 2030 Growth Plan goals is to increase overall crop production in Saskatchewan to 45 million metric tons. However, we also appreciate that our future growth depends not just on increasing capacity, it is also largely driven by technology development and innovation. We already have world-class expertise and an excellent international reputation as a supply source. We have also worked very hard to develop strong academic research and infrastructure resources, supported by strong industry partners and a highly motivated tech sector. By strategically concentrating resources that play to our province's natural economic strengths, we are in the process of establishing Saskatchewan as a global ag tech hub. Ultimately, we are positioning our province as a destination of choice for agriculture researchers, entrepreneurs, and tech companies. We want to give everyone in the province an opportunity to participate in these exciting developments. Over the past number of years, we've made investments in ag tech through our Saskatchewan Advantage Innovation Fund, and most recently, the Ag Tech Growth Fund. Launched by Innovation Saskatchewan, the Ag Tech Growth Fund helps drive private investment and attract international ag tech companies to our province. Innovation Saskatchewan is our central agency responsible for implementing the province's innovation priorities. Since 2012, Innovation Saskatchewan has provided over $14 million to support commercialization of new technology and accelerate advancements in agriculture sector. Our recent 5-year, $15 million commitment to an Ag Tech Venture Capital Fund will also develop and scale new technologies in agriculture. This fund will invest in ag tech startups focusing on early stage investments in digital farm technologies that will help be used by producers. We recognize that support for local ag tech innovations through venture capital will help our farmers gain a competitive edge. This investment will continue to reinforce what is an already strong agriculture sector. It's predicted that agriculture has the potential to add $11 billion to Canada's gross domestic product by 2030 by accelerating investments in technology. Saskatchewan is already putting these new technologies to work. This is how we create the kinds of advantages that not only help farmers and producers grow our own economy, they actually change the game of agriculture innovation. If so, this represents an incredible opportunity. It's a chance to create the kind of collaborative environment that can help drive the evolution of this industry. Increasing Indigenous participation in agriculture will be a factor in how our success is measured. In recognition of this, the Ministry of Agriculture has recently created the role of a Senior Indigenous Advisor. Collie Wood, assisted by a team to support her work, is tasked with engaging across the Government of Saskatchewan to create a community of practice to achieve our common goals. She's also guiding our respectful engagement with Indigenous peoples and communities. Collie is building our connections with Indigenous communities by steering inquiries and requests for development of cow-calf, bison, greenhouses, and crop production operations to Ministry of specialists who can help. We want to create relationships with land managers, chiefs, and tribal councils, and she is working to establish linkages within the ministry and across government. She also helps Indigenous producers access provincial and federal programs that can potentially assist them in their operations. Collie is also greatly expanding our ministry's appreciation and knowledge of First Nations and Métis communities, First Nations and Métis history and culture, and truth and reconciliation. This kind of understanding is invaluable. Ultimately, this enables our staff to better serve and work alongside Indigenous people. For example, by developing an Indigenous Agriculture Centre of Excellence in collaboration with other agencies such as Farm Credit Canada, Indigenous Services Canada, just to name a few. Another example of that we've undertaken recently is the Prairie Regional First Nation Engagement Partnership Project in collaboration with other prairie provinces. This will engage with land-based First Nation communities in Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Alberta. It will help collect data to identify their current level of agriculture and agriculture processing sector participation, their interests, and the feasibility of future participation. Establishing a baseline data set will support the development of programming and initiatives aligned with communities' vision, land use plans, and governance. This will also assist with planning for our next policy framework. Indigenous agriculture will have a key role in this framework at both the provincial and the national level. We believe Saskatchewan is uniquely positioned to make significant contributions to the planning and the implementation of this framework in the best interests of our producers. Our ability to work together while developing and harnessing new technologies in agriculture will help us get it done. It's no secret that investing in programs can position our agriculture industry for long-term sustainable growth. But investments alone are not enough. We need to be more competitive, more diversified, and more connected to the global marketplace. Our province is already a global leader in crop science, crop proteins, agriculture equipment, and clean energy. These strengths give us a solid platform for partnering and cooperating even further. We look forward to finding out exactly what our mutual opportunities are and acting on them together. In the months to come, I look forward to seeing us build on the positive start we have by continuing to move in the right direction. This conference is helping to point that way. Thank you again for the chance to help make this virtual event happen and to generate productive and meaningful progress for all of us.